We've even tolerated these segregated communities behaving in ways that run completely counter to our values.
Extremists. So has the policy of multiculturalism failed, really? Our political panel is here to debate. You got Matt Keelen's here. He's a Republican strategist and founder of the Keelen Group. Nina Easton's here, Washington Bureau Chief for Fortune magazine and a Fox News contributor, as you know. And Urshad Manji, a professor of leadership at NYU and senior fellow at European Foundation for Democracy. First, Matt, your thoughts about David Cameron?
Well, first thing I thought watching that speech was, God, I wish it was the American president giving it. It was a very courageous speech. I think it needed to be said. In England, they're having a lot of problems in different neighborhoods. And I'm not surprised it wasn't our president that gave that speech, because he said in the campaign he was going to pull us back more from the world and not be a leader on the world stage as much as we have been.
And there's a vacuum, and David Cameron, the young prime minister, is filling it. Nina, he talks about there's segments of Britain where essentially he doesn't feel they want to be British, is Islamic extremists especially. They come to live in Britain but not be British, and that's got to change.
Well, I think there's a brand of multiculturalism we should make clear up front in Britain and in Europe that we really don't see here. I mean, in the U.S., there is more of an emphasis on people being engaged with society, with American society, and with American brand of democracy. What you're seeing in Europe is these silos of Islamic fundamentalists, and it's becoming dangerous. There are terrorist sleeper cells in Britain. Hirsi Ali, the former Dutch lawmaker, saw that in her country, and she saw, as you know, her director Theo Van Gogh was murdered by Islamic fundamentalists, and she spoke out and said, "Look, you know, you've got abuse of women that we are tolerating because we don't want to say to Islamic fundamentalists, your approach is wrong and it violates human rights."
And let me also add, because I engage with young Muslims in Britain all the time, being one myself, a young Muslim here, that many Muslim youth are sick and tired of being just reduced to their religion by mainstream society. They themselves are often saying, we are so much more than that. And by the way, Ed Hussein, who is the leader of a counter-extremism think tank in London, an ex-jihadi himself, he went on record last year as saying, here's one of the reasons I was radicalized, that nobody in Britain had the guts to stand up without qualms for liberal democracy. When, you know, my jihadi friends and I were organizing events at college that were against women and against gays, nobody came and challenged us. And in Britain, that is a shame.
And if you were accused of racism and a white person in this country, you couldn't get away with it. The other thing is, in Britain, there's funding of a lot of these universities that teach and preach Islamic fundamentalism. It's a money issue as well.
Oh man, we're just scratching the surface. So we're going to come back in just a moment and expand the conversation just a little bit. Could Egypt become the new Iran? Our panel sticks around to debate that next. And the First Lady's latest plan, changing the way America eats.
Life is about good food, at least in America.
But what about her idea to crack down on restaurant portion size? Michelle Obama, in her own words.